No injuries to note. Brandon Sheriff just tweaked his knee, but he came back in the game.
Jay, it's been an up and down season, obviously. When you look at the number of guys you had injured, the up and down of the game today, what do you think this says about the character of your team?
Well, I think it's good. I think that's the way this football season is going to be for a lot of teams in the NFL. I don't think anybody's going to enjoy success all the time. You're going to face adversity, and we have to meet it. And it was great to see our guys bounce back after a tough performance on Monday night on a short week against a very talented and very well-coached Carolina Panther football team. So I'm happy. 3-2 right now, and we faced adversity throughout the game, but everybody kept fighting and stayed together, stayed positive, and finished the game.
A lot was made about you and Josh this week, obviously. How rewarding was it to see him bounce back with that performance?
That was great. It was great to see. This thing got popped up in the media somehow. I don't know where it came from, but, Josh and I we swept it under the rug right after it happened. So it was great to see him play well against his former team. I know it meant a lot to him. He's forced fumble, interception, had some good tackles, so I'm happy for Josh.
Coach, could you talk a little bit about the defense at the end of the game and what they had to do to keep Cam and that team out of the end zone?
Yeah, I think they had a couple good hits early on and made some great plays. Cam scans the field very well, is very accurate for a big quarterback, and he's tough. He's tough to deal with, But it was great to see our guys breaking on some balls and making some plays. So that's what it's all about. They got some yards, got down there, but it's about red zone defense, situational football, third down, fourth down. We got the big stops and won the game.
Jay, how would you evaluate the offense as a whole and Alex specifically today?
I think we had a chance to do a lot better. I think we were light in protection a few times and missed some great opportunities. We didn't handle the stunts very well, again, for whatever reason. But, overall, we were efficient early on, jumped out to a big start, made some big conversions, but couldn't finish the deal in the third and fourth quarter again. That's kind of been our MO here against Arizona, same thing. Against Green Bay, we struggled in the second half again, and then tonight again, we struggled a little bit. But we did good enough to win, protected the football for the most part, which was good. A couple big penalties hurt us. The intentional grounding and the holding call off the trap play, or the little force play hurt us a lot.
Jay, with regards to that last drive, did anything change with regards to coverages late? Obviously, they missed the last three passes. He had completed, I think, like 12 of 13 right before that.
Yeah, no, I think Coach Manusky stuck with his plan. I think he got after him once or twice, but defensive backs and linebackers just had to hunker down. They just had to play tighter coverage. McCaffrey's a monster out of the backfield, and Greg Olson's one of the better pass route running tight ends in football, and Funchess is a big wide receiver that creates separation with his size. And, of course, you got Cam's running ability where you have to use an extra player sometimes to spy him, so it puts you light in coverage. So, overall, I think our guys held up pretty well.
Coach, did you confer with Dustin before the 56-yarder? What was your level of confidence there?
That was good. Coach Kotwika said he's a go, and Dustin ran out there, sprinted, no hesitation whatsoever. I thought it was more like a 53-yarder, but then I saw the 56-yarder. I got a little bit more nervous, almost took a timeout. But I trust Dustin, and Dustin knocked it through as a big kick, big-time kick.
Coach, how did you feel Dotson played today, and was there a concerted effort to get him the ball, get some touches?
Yeah, there was. We had some opportunities. We missed them at the end of the game. We had a double move for him on the left side, and we got hit, and that's when the ball came out. And we tried to go ball down the field. I thought he got held and grabbed on that one, but we tried to get a couple shots to him. But, Vernon made some plays. Jordan made some plays. When protection allows us to go after him, we have a better opportunity. We didn't have a lot of opportunities with the protection the way it was today.
Jay, why did you feel the run game was working so well?
Well, I think we had a pretty good plan. We had some good hits. We spread them out a little bit. It wasn't the tight, condensed, power-type plays. It was more the spread out, get Kuechly and try to get them out in space a little bit more and run away from them and, get our linemen up on safeties and try to do a good job in that. Let our running backs cut the defense. We had a couple good hits in that regard. We had some down pull plays that were pretty good. We pinned the lineman and pulled our lineman. Sheriff is unbelievable at that. And so we had some good hits. Our backs were very good. Adrian, I can't say enough about what he did today as far as him playing through the pain, the shoulder, the knee. What a pro. What a pro he is.
How did you think Alex responded after last week?
He did good. He's you can't really tell. He's never too high or too low. He's never, obviously he wanted to improve on the performance like everybody did, myself included. But he comes into work and prepares and works hard, gets the looks, and he's just an even keel guy. I like the way he bounced back. He protected the football and did some good things.
Jay, what would you chalk up the second half offensive struggles so far this season? You pointed out earlier with Arizona and Green Bay. What do you see out there that is leading to not scoring as many points in the first half?
I don't remember those games that much. I remember tonight. Today we had a couple good hits, drives. We had 2 key penalties that I can remember that hurt us, and then a couple protection misses on some key third down plays. So, it's a combination of things. And plus, let's give it up to Carolina's defense a little bit. They have 3 bona fide Pro Bowl type linebackers. Thomas Davis is unbelievable. Kuechly's great. Their defensive line is very good. They added Reed, and obviously Adams, a veteran safety. So it's not like teams are scoring 60 on these guys every week. It's a grind, and we grinded this one out and got the big win.
Jordan had a couple of key catches, but also seemed to play a rather significant role as almost a decoy on the 2 touchdowns. How do you feel like you leveraged his ability today?
I think we did better. I think there's more to get for Jordan. We had a couple opportunities. We had him targeted, and they doubled him, like you said. And then by the time we got off of him, we had pressure. So, but I think Jordan's, obviously Jordan's very important, critical part of this offense. Whether he's in the slot, whether he's outside, whether he's in the core blocking. He had some good blocks today in the core. So, we'll just continue to try to give them the ball as much as we can. But if they continue to double them and play spot drop zones on them, then we'll have to work somebody else.
Jay, you've talked about, scoring early and how important it has been, and it seems to be the identity of the offense right now. What gets in the way of continuing the offensive success that you have early on?
Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of things that took place. There in the end of the second half, we had the big grounding call. We had a chance to get another field goal at the end. We had a running back sitting right out there. They called grounding, which killed a drive. The third quarter, we had that big penalty. We had to run up to the 15-yard line, I think it was, and they called a penalty. So instead of 1st and 10 at the 15, we got 2nd and 20 at the midfield. These are huge plays. And then we had a couple protection blow-ups on 3rd down. We tried to stick with the plan and mix in the run and the pass, but a couple 3rd down stops hurt us with some protections, maybe a missed target here and there. But, I don't know. And like I said before, I got to credit Carolina's defense a little bit. They're pretty good.
Jay, you get the 2 passing touchdowns, and I think you guys were like 8 of 12, actually, for all that went wrong on 3rd down. 8 of 12, 6 of them were first downs. Just obviously you want the yards, but it seemed like for years you guys had the yards, and we were talking about situational football. Just how much do you think the fact that you guys are better in these situations is kind of helping account for the fact that you're not pushing the ball down the field as easily as you have?
Well, it's hard when you get in 3rd and long. We try to stay in 3rd and manageable today, which is key against these guys. You see what they can do with their pass rush, and their linebackers can cover out in space. They can hook drop. They cover a lot of ground, and they're very sound in what they do defensively with all the blitzes they also have. They can present problems to you. And we had Bibbs playing 3rd down back as opposed to Chris Thompson. That kind of shied us away a little bit on some of the 3rd and long plays, but. I thought once we get the 3rd down and medium, Alex did a great job sitting in there and finding some underneath crossing routes, a couple to Jordan Reed, one to Vernon Davis, one to Brian Quick. Those are key plays that keeps us on track and keeps us on the field.
Curious, you've mentioned the protection breakdowns a couple times. Is some of it guys playing a little bit out of position? Because you would expect
yeah, for sure. And they'll get better, and they're pretty good. It's some of the stunts that hurt us a little bit, but we'll get those corrected and those are mainly came like in 3rd and longs or at the end of the half when we're in a 2-minute known passing situation.